Hi friends, it's Kelsey, your Pampered Chef consultant. I wanted to show you something that I'm making. I am using our deluxe coffee machine to make an iced decaf coffee this afternoon. So I just want to talk a little bit about it, show you how to make one. This coffee machine is unlike any other that I've ever seen, ever used. It's awesome. So let me point it back here for a second. Before I make it, I just want to talk about it for a minute. So this is the deluxe coffee machine. It has a place where you brew coffee. It has an adjustable rack. So if you have a teeny little espresso cup, you can put it here. If you have a travel mug, you can take it out completely. I tend to keep it here because my mugs are kind of regular sized. And then here is where you put your insert in to choose what kind of coffee you want. There's also this little closet on the side. So this insert is for ground coffee, if you can see that. And then we also have one for Nespresso pods. We have one for K-cups, if you like to use K-cups. And then there are additional ones that you can buy too. There's a hot water one, so if you like tea and you just want hot water without the coffee flavor from the other ones, there's a hot water insert. And then there's also our ground espresso insert. So this, instead of using an espresso pod, you can actually put your own ground espresso in here. And then this is the little filter at the top that kind of presses it down and then gives you an even distribution of water in here. So we have those two inserts as well. So the thing I love about this is you can do anything you want in here. So you can choose the ounces that you want. You can choose the strength that you want. You can grind your own coffee like I do. So we're gonna make a little decaf iced coffee. And so I put a little filter in here. You don't have to use this. I just like to because we go through a lot each day. But this also acts as a filter by itself. So if you just want to rinse this out and ditch the disposable ones, you can do that. I personally like these. And then you don't have to use the K-cups, which are super plastic. If you're not into buying all those, you can just do your own ground coffee. So I'm making decaf this afternoon, and I'm using our level and scoop. And so what I do here is I scoop it, and then this thing levels it. Oh, I'm spilling it all over my counter, but that's okay. And then I just pour it right in here. And I love that the funnel puts it right in here. And so what I like to do, I like pretty strong coffee. So once I put it in here, I tamp it down and make it pretty flat. And then sometimes I'll even add a little bit extra to make it extra strong, especially for iced because it does get watered down a little bit. So I like to pack it down pretty tight. And then we get to choose our ounces. So we'll put it in here. And then I'm gonna put this here. Once you close it, then the different options will pop up. So if you can see, you can't see. If you can see over here, this one gives you the option to a 6-ounce cup, 8, 10, or 12-ounce cup. The one that's flashing is the one that it's on right now. I'm actually gonna do 6 ounces because I'm making it stronger. If you're doing a ground espresso or an espresso pod, it'll give you the 2, 4, and 6 options, so you can do an espresso shot. So once you have that, we're going to, I like to do extra strong, so I do the plus button. And then you push the button to start. And then it'll sing a little song once it's all done. And that's it. So now I'm just going to pour it into my cup of ice. I don't want to use quite all of it, and then I'll just add some half and half in. And it's a perfect iced coffee for the afternoon. So that is the deluxe coffee maker. What I really love about it is you can make any fancy drink that you want. You can do just plain ground coffee if you like. If you like your drip coffee, which is what I do most mornings. My husband does an espresso most mornings. You can also buy the milk frother, and you can make cappuccinos and lattes and all of that. This has a bunch of different settings. This has high foam, low foam, just steam the milk, and then it has a cold foam setting. So these are really fun to do. My husband does that a lot. And you can buy it as a set with the frother and the machine, or you can buy just the machine, or the best way to get it is to get it 70% off and get the machine in the new consultant kits. So the best thing about the new consultant kit is you get this along with $1,100 worth of other products. and it's only $250 to get the whole set. And then you start a business, you get to make money from home, and that's what I absolutely love about this business. I can be home with my kids. You can see I have Play-Doh on my fridge. I do a lot with my kids, and I just love being home with them. And so the starter kits with Pampered Chef, they have a bunch of different options. I think there's 6 different options of starter kits. So maybe you're not a coffee drinker, you can pick a kit that you like. So maybe you bake a lot, you would want the stoneware kit. And you get stoneware, you get a lot of baking items. Maybe you just try to get quick meals on the dinner table. We have a cookware kit. So there's a bunch of different kits that you can use. There's a bunch of options. You get to customize a lot of the things that you want in your kit so that it's most helpful to you and the way you cook. So I wanted to share that if you have questions about trying on the apron, as we say, being a consultant, let's chat. There's no pressure to join, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're interested, if you've thought about it, if you haven't thought about it and now you are, let me know. I'd love to chat with you and help you pick out the right kit for you, what would help you most in the kitchen. But again, this is also for sale, this coffee maker. You can buy at full price as a customer, or you can host and get it 60% off, or you can get this with $1,100 of other products for 70% off. So those are your options, but yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps make your life easier in the kitchen.